Hello, and welcome to Totally Schway, a podcast about the DCAU and whatever the hell else I want it to be about. My name is Mary.
And my name's Luke. Mary, I've got a question for you before we get started.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Oh, shut up! I didn't even prompt him. Next question. No, it's Valentine's Day today.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be when they're listening to
Yeah,
this.
but as we're recording it, it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Even though I said that to you like as soon as you woke up today.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a nice Valentine's Day?
So far, so good.
Yeah. We ended up watching that movie, The Substance.
Yes, yeah. It's funny because when that movie came out, a lot of people were like sending me messages and commenting on videos and stuff going, oh, that was a lot like Feet of Clay, wasn't it? I was like, a little bit, but not
I
an
didn't
awful
see
lot.
it.
Well, it's all about like destroying yourself in pursuit of...
That, but I just don't see it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't see it. Until the end, and then no, I still don't see it. I see more Goonies.
Okay.
Spoiler alert! It's the Goonies too! Oh my god, people would be insanely happy if Goonies 2 came out. Be missing a couple people though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately. I've never watched the Goonies all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in maybe 35 years. I remember very little of it. But I remember it being enjoyable enough. It was one of those movies my parents were like really encouraging me to watch instead of watching Batman every day. Tim Burton's first Batman. And I was like, that's The Goonies is fine, but did they ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight? I don't think so.
Up.
Yeah, that's segue into your little news segment, isn't it?
It's
That's the news.
there. We're working on it. On Sunday, this past Sunday, so last Sunday for all of you guys, if you're listening on a Sunday, we went to go see Batman 89 at the Apollo Hammersmith.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to see it because they had an orchestra.
Yes. So I'll describe this in the best way that I can.
One thing
Yeah, please
quickly.
do.
It's not the DVD version.
No, it's not. So I did a little bit of research into this, but actually what it is it was the original like composer's version of the film, like an early cut of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it had placeholder sound effects that were wrong. And I found that really distracting. Yeah. I'm like, that is not what the Joker's laughter box sounds like. It also had loads of additional like incidental dialogue from background characters that you don't hear in the film, and I found that super distracting as well.
Oh, and times where in one of the more famous scenes when the Joker is talking to Kim Basinger.
Yeah.
Basinger. I say Basinger, but I don't know. And the music stops before he stopped dancing.
Yes.
But yeah, it was, other than that, it was brilliant.
I mean, none of those things are bad, by the way, because I only noticed this because I watched it, as I alluded to earlier. I watched
a billion times.
I watched it every day as a kid.
Probably as much as I watched several years from Hong Kong.
Yeah, and I could say the dialogue along with the film. Once upon a time, I could just recite the dialogue off the top of my head. My brother would sometimes say a line of dialogue to me, and then I'd say the next one. He'd say the next one. We'd keep going, usually until we got to the end of the film. But I'm a little rusty now. But there were some things in there as well, like they used slightly different takes as well because I guess they did, what's it called, ADR? It's where they re-record the dialogue afterwards, because when they filmed it, it was like disrupted or something because they were filming in a factory or a set that was looked like a factory. So like I particularly noticed it with Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon. Some of his lines were re-recorded for the final release. But we enjoyed it. It had an intermission, which we found frustrating at the time because we're accustomed to going to bed at 10 o'clock, and here we are at 10:30. They're having an intermission. We're like, there's only 45 minutes left of the film.
Yeah, so we're usually in bed by 10, or at least I am, but I do not go to sleep until quite late.
Yeah.
And I wake up quite early, so it's just the way that I'm born.
We didn't get home till after midnight anyway.
Yeah, but we met an amazing, awesome, cool Uber driver.
Yeah, nice guy.
I don't really use Uber very much, because we have a car.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of, like, back in the day when I would use it quite a bit because I would work super late at night, I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it because I like to have things go exactly to plan, and I like them to take the route that I suggest on the app, and sometimes they do not.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I would rather pay more for you to, I mean, it's not going to be that much more because it was only about 2 miles, but I would rather pay more for you to go exactly the way I want because at the end of the day, it's going to save 3 days of stress for me.
Mhm.
Neurodivergence.
But if anyone is interested in seeing a little clip from it, I recorded some of the end credits with the orchestra playing.
Oh, they were great, weren't
Yeah,
they?
there's a clip on the Serum Lake viewers Facebook group for anyone that actually uses Facebook. I put them on there for people to listen to that. So
Yeah, the venue was a little bit different than I expected it to be because it's more like a concert hall rather than
yeah, it is.
what I was thinking, which is nice. Because you got a lot of people. I would get different seats next time.
Yeah. What was that Michael Keaton's body double
Hmm.
was there. He was sat at the front row. Guy named Carl. I want to say Newman. Carl Newman. He got a special credit at the end of the film anyway as the Batman body double. But he was there, and people were going up to him and taking pictures, and he seemed really pleased with them.
Incredibly, from what we saw, incredibly sweet person.
Yeah,
Because he would get finished with somebody, and like two people would be like waiting for him. He did not bat an eye.
pun
Like,
intended.
oh my god, I made it funny, and I
Yes.
didn't even realize. But he did not bat an eye. He seemed like so sweet. I did not go up to him because I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know who he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you might think, well, what's the big deal about a body double being there? But actually, for any of like the long distance shots, particularly the fight scene in the cathedral at the top where you couldn't see Batman's face, that was him doing it.
Because I after um seeing who this was, I looked him up. And did you know that he was a dancer?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Batman moves is mostly because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And how he, did the damn thing. And I find that fascinating. A lot of people think of like all of these movies and they mainly think about Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, Michael Keaton, Tim Burton, and all of that. But you have your unsung heroes, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
that don't get as much credit as they deserve. And I think after reading about him, wowee,
Yeah.
amazing. He's an amazing fella, actually. I don't know him personally, but in terms of that, amazing fella.
Yeah.
With that, if you guys ever get the chance to go see something like that, you should do it because it was a good experience. Um, it's not that expensive to do stuff like that, which is really great because it was so accessible for people. Like I saw all types of people, like kids. Well, a kid.
There were some children there.
I only saw
Yeah.
one because they were behind us, and I said,
And you're like, this is a school night.
I said something like that, but I also said the F bomb without realizing because um I don't know if you it was really dark and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
didn't mean to, but I'm not one of those people that love being around a lot of people.
mm-hmm. But yeah, a nice time was had by all.
Yeah.
I was tired for days afterwards, though, so that's how I know I'm old.
There's a lot of people from your community there.
My community? What
Or
do you
like
mean?
the Batman community.
Yeah.
The Batman YouTube community
Well,
and stuff.
potentially, yeah, there were people filming, weren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
One of them got in trouble and I don't know why.
I don't know. I think they just asked him to stop filming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was kind of getting up in there.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Whatever. If you get the chance, why not take the shot?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Shall we get to Metallo?
Well, we're not talking about Metallo. We're talking about the Way of All Flesh.
I know, but Metallo's in there.
Yeah, I know. It's not exclusively about him, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I do have one little tiny piece of news I want to share.
Wait, can I do it? This is my new. That's my theme tune.
Breaking news as shared by Toy Shiz on Instagram and Facebook and any platform really. They shared a glimpse of what is probably the final McFarlane Toys wave of Batman the Animated Series figures. It's a Batman, a Joker, Zatanna, and the Mad Hatter in Batman the Animated Series style. And if you buy all of them, you can build the Clock King.
Oh my god, can I be honest with you?
You're going to buy 10 of them.
No. Um, there's two of those characters that I just don't care for. Can you guess which one?
Mad Hatter and the Clock King.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. They're not my favorites, but the thing is, like, they have a good story for the most part, but I don't know. Don't hate me.
Well, we've all got our own tastes.
Yeah.
But we need to move on to the Valentine's Day topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the way of all flesh from Superman the Animated Series. We're nearly 11 minutes in and we haven't even got to it yet.
So, give us a quick synopsis.
All right. Very quick synopsis is that I need to say James Corden then.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, James Corden is poisoned by Lex Luthor and transferred over to a robot.
I don't want James Corden to be poisoned. I don't like the man very much, but I don't want him to be poisoned.
It's John Corbin.
Corbin.
John Corbin.
Corbin.
Who was first seen in what was it, Last Son of Krypton Part 2 and 3. He's the mercenary that tried to steal the Lexo Skell Suit 3000 or whatever it was called. He was stealing it, air quotes stealing it, for Lex Luthor to sell to the Kasnians, and he took the fall for it. And when we meet him, he's in the lap of luxury in prison. He's got
the rich.
Yeah, he's got like a stag head on the wall, paintings, books, the whole shebang, and he's got the prison guards are wheeling him in rich, delicious foods.
Something about him just sounds so familiar.
Really?
His voice.
Oh yes, yeah, voiced by Malcolm McDowell. Yeah. I'm supposed to be doing the synopsis, not describing everything.
I know, but yeah.
Well, anyway, he ends up with a mysterious disease.
What?
I know, a mysterious disease that is going to kill him. Lex Luthor arranges for him to escape from prison and offers him a radical treatment that will save his life, which is transferring his mind over into a robot body that's powered by kryptonite, and all he has to do in exchange is kill Superman. But there are some side effects that he hadn't counted on, like he can't feel anything at all.
Or taste or smell.
Yes, he's no senses. He says he feels like he's outside of his body, moving things around just by thinking about them.
Yeah.
And it starts to drive him insane. Famously, and this is the thing I always fixate on with this episode, is he grabs Lois Lane and like forces a kiss on her. Which,
no.
Yep, that's how you know he's a villain. But he's shocked to find that he feels nothing at all, no arousal at all. And he's just devastated by it.
And yeah, that's what kicks it off, which is the weirdest, I don't want to say manliest thing, but in terms of like fictional villain thing, it's villain, not man. Because there are some ladies like that.
Yes, that's true. And he believes that there can be some alterations made to his new body that would allow him to feel. But the scientist that did it said, actually, the alterations are for you. You need to get used to this. This is your reality now. Mm-hmm. And he has a meltdown and tears off his fake skin and exposes his metallo, which is a metal alloy skeleton underneath. And there is another scene where he makes clear how important physical intimacy is to him, is when he goes on a yacht with Lex Luthor. And Lex Luthor's there with a lady he's trying to woo, and she's wearing like a bikini and a little jacket or a little shirt or something.
Cover up.
Yeah, a little cover up thing. And Metallo comes along and he goes, I can't taste anything, I can't smell anything. And he takes one look at her in her state of undress and he goes, I can't. And then he throws her into the sea.
Might have been a little hot. He might have been looking at her and being like, you're hot to the touch. So yes. Let's cool you off. And I'm going to yell at Lex for a little bit.
Well, I always thought it was a very elegant way of expressing his sexual frustration.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, wouldn't you know it, this episode is written by Stan Berkowitz.
We love Stan.
We do. Stan's great. And
I stand Stan.
Yeah. Hi, Stan. It's me, your biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, could I?
Oh my god, should I say that to him next time I see him? No, I shouldn't say that.
I don't know. Do you think he listens to a bit of hip hop?
He must know the song by now.
Yeah.
His name is Stanley.
He must know a little bit of hip hop.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Eminem's fine, but there are better people out there to do hip hop.
But the reason I say that is because Superman is generally an excellent show, really well written. But I find that some of the most thought-provoking episodes and the most dare I say, layered episodes are the ones written by Stan.
Yeah, this
And-
one was complex, which is good.
And that continues into Justice League as well.
Yeah.
Like he wrote, what is it, A Better World, the one with the Justice Lords.
Yeah, one of my faves.
Yeah.
So I only had 2 notes that I wrote down.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you the third one because I didn't write it down, because this one I could tell you first without giving anything away, because it's a whole thing about, the DCAU, and it's not just Superman, it's some of the other shows as well. Lex's lousy lies.
Elaborate, please.
Because he didn't really give Corbin the full truth.
No.
And he didn't explain it to him and everything like that. And then he kind of knew what he was doing. And then he lied about some things too.
Yeah, he was very deliberately manipulating Corbin.
Yeah.
He lulled him into a false sense of security by lavishing all of this luxury on him in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and then used that to poison him to the point that if he doesn't accept, he's going to die.
Yeah.
And yeah, his lies are not very convincing, are they?
No.
Like when Superman tells Metallo about the virus that he's been infected with, which I had the name on my phone loaded up.
It's not a real virus.
No, it's not a real virus, but I had to look it up. Orozco's retrovirus. When I googled that, the only thing that comes up is Superman the Animated Series, The Way of All Flesh, Dr. Vale, Corrupt Doctor, the animated series, The Way of All Flesh, Superman animated series with full English subtitles. Yeah.
Would you like to know my other 2 notes?
Are we finished with Lex Luthor's unconvincing lies? Because
because we could talk for hours about that.
Can I just say that when Superman uncovers, or finish that thought, that when Superman uncovers the lie and shows Metallo, Lex Luthor's response is, he's doolally on the kryptonite. That's it.
Did he actually say doolally?
No, he
I
didn't.
don't think
I forget
so.
the words he said. But...
Yeah. One of the other ones is, I'm going to save the best for last.
Yeah.
Let me actually read this one.
Okay. I think I know which one this is.
Lois's car has been through it.
Yes.
That's not the one you thought.
It was not the one you thought. No.
I want to know how much her insurance is.
It's got to be very high, because throughout this series, her car is constantly getting totaled. It happens at least 3 times that I can think of.
Yeah. It's to the point where I think she just needs to have like the lowest insurance possible just for legal reasons, and then just buy really cheap cars.
Yeah.
She has that nice one that looks like it's going to be like a Porsche or like Porsche or something,
Mm-hmm.
which I would like Lois Lane's car in black.
That would be nice.
Okay, and I know this one's a
But yeah, Lois uses her car to like ram into Metallo to save Superman. That's how she gets brought into the scene with Metallo forcing himself on her.
Which I hate. Oh, and I think that's the point, is that like that particular scene is just awful.
Yeah.
It's not only awful for like Metallo not being able to have these sensations or whatever, but it's like it shows the audacity of these people in this show, but also it shows the strength of Lois, because she puts up with that. And then she tries to slap him.
Yeah, that was a fun
But
scene.
at the end of the day, Lois always wins.
Yeah, because she slaps him across the face. She says something like, "You pig," and slaps him. And then because he's made of this unbreakable alloy called metallo, really hurts her hand.
But you know what? She barely even complains about it.
Yeah, that's right. She focuses on saving Superman.
It's quite a long one, though.
Oh, yeah, your long note. Go on, then.
Superman wasn't in this one very much.
He was in it a reasonable amount, I'd say.
That's not really my note. My note was no nipples.
Yes. Metallo has no nipple,
Yeah.
Mary noted.
Of course I would notice that. I think it's because like I grew up with like dolls.
Well, look, there's only so
like
far...
Barbie dolls, not just dolls.
There's only so far science can go, Mary. You can't replicate the male nipple.
Substance had a belly button.
That's a completely different thing, and it was like 30 years later.
But I think he has a belly button too.
Yeah. Well, a belly button's just a hole in the stomach that they stitch up.
That's where the umbilical cord allegedly comes from.
Yeah, that is where the umbilical cord comes from.
I say allegedly out of fun. I know it's actually where it comes from. That's not a conspiracy.
No, it's a fact.
It is a fact. Yeah, those are really my notes. It's not my favorite episode.
Oh.
It does have a lot of really great content in it, but I just and this is the point. You are not supposed to like Metallo.
No.
He is pretentious. He is an asshole.
Hmm.
He is over dramatic.
Yeah, he acts like he's got these refined tastes.
Hmm.
He's a gentleman, but he's a louse.
Yeah,
That's what he is. He's a mercenary gunman loser, basically.
he reminds me of those people that live in London and like the high rise places that's like £5,000 a month on rent,
Uh-huh.
but they can't afford to go to the co-op to get like vegetables. I'm not sure if some people will get what I'm talking about when I say co-op, because we have
One shop.
yeah, we have like a little grocery store chain around here called the Co-op,
Mm.
and it's I guess it's reasonably priced. We don't really it's not that close to us, so we don't go there very often. But it's quite reasonably priced. But there are some people in the heart of London, in like the really expensive places by like Canary Wharf and the what is the egg?
The
Gherkin.
gherkin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gherkin.
The
Um,
financial district,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, they can't afford to eat.
Well, they probably could. Probably could, but they just don't. They just go to restaurants or Uber Eats stuff.
Yeah, but they just like it's so ridiculous. They're so like, and then when they go to buy a house or something, it's like, oh, I have nothing.
Hmm.
Would you like to see my Uber Eats receipts?
That's why they have nothing. Um, so that was literally all you had for your notes.
Yeah,
So there were a couple of things that I noted. So one, I really liked.
and that's all for today's episode on Totally Schway.
Shut up. So I
I'm
really like
joking.
this episode, but I
Yeah.
really like how they foreshadowed John Corbyn's fate in The Last Son of Krypton because he is the pilot of the mech suit. He is the man that climbs inside this big robotic machine that is supposed to be like the solution to all war, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman trounces him. I know in this episode they say, "Oh, Corbyn rode the Lexo suit and battled Superman to a standstill." I was like, "No, it was one-sided. Superman just trounced him, absolutely smashed him up."
I was
Um,
sorry to interrupt,
that's fine.
or am I?
No, you're not.
No. Um, the suit.
Mm.
Can we just briefly talk
Which
about the
suit?
suit? The metallo. I mean, it's not really a suit, it's his
No,
body
his
now.
body, yeah.
But the metal, I get a little annoyed with this.
So it's a fictional alloy.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah. But what I don't understand, or it's not that I don't understand, it's just it annoys me that Superman can't use his X-ray vision, or what I'm assuming he can't use his X-ray vision, um, to see that there's kryptonite there.
Well, presumably there's lead in the mix of the alloy.
They should have said that.
Yeah, well, it might be a bit clunky to go.
Lex,
Oh yeah, it's
Lex,
a mix.
Lex should have made an like offhand comment like, "Yeah, Superman can't see through this."
Something
I
like
tried very hard there. Did
that.
you? It was kind of okay.
It was kind of okay, yes. Um,
Not as good as Fallout's Clancy.
oh yeah, that's right, because we watched all of season 2 of Fallout as well, didn't we? But anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about the foreshadowing. That was it. I like that, how it's the man climbing inside of the machine is defeated, and then they take the man and put him inside of a different machine in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And the question I have now, the doctor refers to it as a transplant, which indicates to me that they like take his brain and put it inside of the body.
Totally doable.
But when Metallo, in later episodes, when he has his kryptonite heart taken out and his body shuts down, his brain would be deprived of oxygen and he would die. He would be brain dead. Yet they show that months later they can take kryptonite, put it in him, turn him back on, which suggests to me that his personality is artificial. And that may also, maybe they are just referring to it as a transplant, as a way of, I don't know, misleading him perhaps, maybe simplifying it so that people can understand more easily. But personally, I think they digitized him. And he did die, and this robot that is walking around merely thinks it is John Corbyn.
But why would again, this is another thing that annoys me. But this isn't just about this show. This annoys me just about just in general when they do stuff like this. Not that it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. It's just it's a me thing. Um, why have him die in the first place? Why not just have him like prisoner somewhere?
Well, then he wouldn't cooperate with them, would they? Because the whole thing is that Lex has saved him, and now he owes Lex. That's how it's been framed to him. Like, I've done this thing for you. Now, in exchange, I just need you to kill Superman, and then you can do what you like.
But I'm not talking about the robot if he's been digitized.
Right?
If he's been digitized, okay, whatever. You don't need the actual Corbin anymore.
Yeah, because the Corbin is dead.
Mhm.
So what are you talking about then?
They didn't need to kill him.
Well, how else would they persuade him to be transferred into a metallic body?
They could ask him nicely.
He would say no.
Gotta be honest, I think I would say yes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, will I fit into the Levi's jeans I did when I was like 14 years old? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but for John Corbin, he very much likes being who he is.
That's a difference between he and I.
Yeah, but I think that's really interesting, and
It's very good.
I like the fact that they never explicitly say, "Oh yeah, we cut his brain out and put it in the robot body."
It gives conversations like this.
Yeah, it keeps it
Which is
ambiguous.
something that this show and I think all of the DCAU shows can do, even nearly 30 years on, even from Justice League. Well, 25 years from Justice League.
Oh God, yeah.
And over 30 years for both Batman and Superman is we can sit here for nearly half an hour and talk about it
Mhm.
and have different versions of what we think happened, but who knows
Well, yeah,
the correct thing?
I was going to say, ultimately, it doesn't really matter. It's not the important thing.
It increases your own imagination, which is something that is beautiful. It doesn't just give you a sense of complete, absolute fact. It lets you use your own imagination as well,
Mm-hmm.
which I think a lot of the DCAU does. And it's almost as if teachers wrote this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's it is a learning experience, but also it's so fun.
Yeah, yeah, and I think there's. I mean, overall, this episode is quite dark and serious. I mean, that ending where Metallo gets blown overboard,
Mm-hmm.
and because he's now made of metal, he's too dense and he sinks to the
Yeah.
bottom of the ocean. That that Lex Luthor's thinks that's the end of it, but it's not.
Luthor.
As we're shown at the end, you can see Metallo just walking at the bottom of the seabed with that creepy music playing. That
So 90s.
yeah, but it's also really effective and very creepy.
It is, yeah.
And I really like as I said, the creepy ending. I think is really quite powerful because you can see just this silhouette coming towards you with the green glow from his chest, like what's the word, illuminating the couple of feet in front of him.
It gives you that sense of I might be back, but you're not sure.
Yes, yeah,
But obviously he does come back.
he
But
does come back. Yes,
I love that when TV shows do that, but some of them do it in such a bad way,
yeah,
and it's so obvious. Whereas this is just I might be back, but I am telling you I'm still alive, or my version of alive.
yeah. No, that's a question as well. Is it? Is he technically alive? I'd probably say so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that are like, nope, he's a robot. Doesn't count.
Do you think Metallo liked Clockwork Orange?
Well, yeah, I bet he would actually. So that was another thing I wanted to talk about. That was the casting of Malcolm McDowell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beautifully done.
the thing is, Malcolm McDowell is kind of typecast a little bit in that he always plays. There's always like an element of perversion to his roles, like from Caligula, the role in Clockwork Orange,
Yeah.
with the whole molestation
Yeah.
scene. Even Harry Flashheart, he's a bit of a rogue, stealing kisses from
Do you think
ladies.
that's typecast, or do you think that's him picking things? And I'm not saying that to be like a weirdo or something. I'm just saying like maybe that's he's drawn to the weird, like
Yeah, it could very well
Burton
be.
and stuff like that have that particular style. Not saying
could
that
very well be.
weird actually, but I quite like the pick of movies that he's done.
Now, I may very well be misremembering this, but he was in Star Trek Generations, and I swear there's a scene in that movie where he just randomly starts walking around in the nude in the wilderness. And I
He
thought,
didn't even tell him that day
I was
do that.
that's the joke I was going to make, that he just turned up like that.
Jokes like that all the time, don't I?
Yeah, but now I'm starting to wonder if he has it like written into his contract. He's like, yeah, this looks like a great film, but I have some notes to the scene. There's not enough forced kissing. There's no nudity.
There's too many nipples.
Yeah, too many nipples. I don't think there's too many nipples for him.
But the thing is, he does it so well.
Yes, yeah, he
And
does.
maybe it's his niche to play the creepster.
I think it is, and I wonder if that played a part in his casting as John Corbin, because presumably, now I might be making assumptions here. I'll have to ask Stan next time I ask him. But presumably they wrote a bunch of scripts ahead of time and they kind of mapped out who Metallo was, and they would have come up with that core idea of the inability to feel and no longer get sexual gratification. That probably came up ahead of time. And when discussing who could play a character like that, they went, how about that Malcolm McDowell? Mary's looking at pictures of Roddy McDowell for some reason.
No, because when I looked up McDowell on Google, that's what came up. And I was like, that's not the right person.
No.
Who is this?
Roddy McDowell is the Mad Hatter, not Metallo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he obviously played a lot of other roles across his very long career, the late, great Roddy McDowell. But apparently Malcolm McDowell's first voice acting gig was on Batman the Animated Series as Arcady Duval in Showdown.
People had their first, their debut.
Yeah. Yeah. Andrea Romano gave a lot of on-screen actors their first voiceover roles, like Ron Perlman, apparently. It was in a different...
Fallout's Ron Perlman?
Yeah, Fallout's Ron Perlman, yes. And it's funny, I remember seeing an article saying, is Ron Perlman in Fallout Season 2? Fans aren't sure. Second I heard him speak, I was like, that's Ron Perlman.
Did you know... That's not even Malcolm's real name.
What is Malcolm McDowell's real name?
What do you think it is?
Is it Roddy McDowell?
Malcolm John Taylor.
Malcolm Taylor? That, I don't know that I like that.
He doesn't.
No, I know. I'm going to have to contact him via Cameo and say, listen, Mr. Taylor.
You could do cameos?
Yeah, he does cameos, yeah.
I want to do a cameo with him. And there's that meme like, you must give him some milk, or you got some milk. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God, it's like a group of kids, and he's like, give him some milk, or whatever. Somebody in the comments tell me. I want him to kind of act that out, or voice that out, so I could just have it as my ringtone for every single person.
Get some milk.
He needs some milk. That's what it is.
He needs some milk. Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
I think I would actually be disturbed by Malcolm McDowell saying that.
Wait, well, I want it for two reasons. For that, and obviously Clockwork Orange.
Now are you gonna try and play a sample of this to... Okay, here we are.
I don't know if this is it.
He needs some milk.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they heard that. Let's try that again.
The one that I'm
Let's
thinking
try
of.
that again.
Group of kids.
He needs some milk.
Why does it make me laugh so much?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'd want Malcolm McDowell acting out that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want for my birthday this year.
I don't know. I think he would deliver it in like a sinister, like a Busey kind of way.
So
You want to hear Malcolm McDowell going, he needs some milk.
put it over the original video.
Oh, no. This has gone like really dark. Really dark. And
so what else would you like to talk about?
I mean, I did have other points about this episode.
Continue to talk about it.
But I can't think of them now. All I'm thinking about is Malcolm McDowell trying to make someone drink milk.
He needs some milk.
Oh, Jesus.
He really does have a cameo.
Yeah, I know. I told you he does. How much is it? Is it expensive?
I say it's only, but because we work in pounds, it's so
So
different.
it's $100.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. $100.
For something that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
Malcolm McDowell saying, "He needs some milk."
I would go.
Superman.
Oh my god, you could add that.
Oh no! You can edit it right over that footage of him trying to make Lex Luthor drink the poison. He needs some milk.
We have to do this at some point.
No, Corbin. He needs some milk. Is Clancy Brown on Cameo?
Oh no! Oh my gosh!
We can actually then edit it together.
Let's see. Oh my god, this has changed into
I know.
something.
This is just this is actually pretty chaotic because our podcast is usually kind of chill and no Clancy Brown.
Let me just Google.
No.
I don't see him having a cameo though.
No, because he's too busy.
Or he cameos as in like what he did in Fallout.
Yes, yeah, I suppose so. Well, that's fine. We can always use the original audio.
He needs some milk. So I'm gonna do this now. I don't know when, but I'm gonna do it. I have to.
And then I'll edit it together and we'll put it out as a short.
Could you imagine if we did a second one saying like, Mary Mears is my best friend?
I mean, that was quite easy to imagine, and I don't see how that could ever go wrong.
Like that bitch.
No, I just turn up here one day and say, "He needs some milk."
Oh, could you? I would be like, first off, Clancy, would you like a drink? I don't drink cow's milk, but I have almond milk. Is that fine? He's like, no.
Yes.
He just goes up to like just rips off his clothes and starts walking. He's like, I need a forest.
We do live near the woods, actually. So yeah. Oh God.
There's horses there too. I wonder if he knows how to ride a horse.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he does. So to get back to the episode, I just one last thing I wanted to say is this episode, considering all of the restrictions that are in place around like violent content and sexual content, things like that, this episode actually smuggles in quite a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly the fate of the doctor that poisoned Corbin. Now he's in Lex Luthor's employ, and he tells all of the his co-workers that he's coming to some money and he's getting out of there as fast as he can. And Luthor implies that he's actually been murdered. And Superman says, he says something along the lines of, I know what you did with Dr. What's his name.
Mm-hmm.
When I find him, I'll make him tell the truth. And Lex Luthor says, what makes you think there's anything left of him to talk? Which is, ouch.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that I enjoy about this series. The kind of, they don't outright say, oh yeah,
window type thing.
Yeah,
is that the right word?
Yeah. It's that they didn't say we put him in a wood chipper, but that Mercy visited him and he is now deceased and will never be found. And it's really kind of horrible. Really very horrible. And I think that's why I like it.
We like the dark and dreary, don't we?
I mean, I do.
I do.
I gravitate towards that kind of stuff a lot more.
I think that's why I'm more of a DC gal than a Marvel gal. But sometimes with Marvel, they do it as well. Yeah. But they don't do it as much. And I don't dislike Marvel at all.
No. And we should add that Stan Berkowitz wrote several episodes of Spider-Man, the animated series, which is a show I'm not that fond of. I watched it as a kid a lot, and, I liked it well enough. But they had editorial constraints on them.
Yeah.
That meant that, that everything had to be narrated by Spider-Man with its internal...
on Fox?
I believe it was. Yes, it was also as well. And literally every episode can just be summed up as Spider-Man talking really quickly about, oh my God, I'm really worried about Aunt May. I'm really worried about Mary Jane. There's Venom. He's going to sneak up on me. What's Venom doing? Oh no, someone's robbing a bank. It's Shocker. I'm going to get you, Shocker. And that's literally so rapid pace. There's no room to breathe. No suggestion. No subtlety. It just literally
Yeah.
said everything that happened on screen, and it's like you don't need to do that. You can show things without explaining exactly what they are. Now, admittedly, they did that because they intended the show to be watched by a younger audience who might need things explaining to them, which, fair enough. And that's
Was it on Fox?
yeah,
Or...
it was.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
might have asked that just
You
for
did a
reasons
minute ago. Yeah,
that.
it's fine.
It's ADHD or ADD, whatever
But
it is.
it was specifically Avi Arad's feedback. He was just like, we need to keep the pace going, don't slow down, constant action, move from fight scene to fight scene. Anything that needs to be explained, don't show it, just have Spider-Man say it. Just say it, move on, and then we're going to make a cool toy out of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I kind of sometimes look past those ones and kind of look into like the comics and stuff like that, because Marvel did the damn thing on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But and there's nothing wrong with liking both of them either.
I agree. I agree entirely.
But I do have people in my life that do like Marvel more, and honestly, I think it's almost that they need it.
In what sense?
Like a more, not it's a lot of the stuff isn't joyful, but it's brighter. And there's well, from my take on some Marvel stuff is that there's always an ending that is satisfying. The things that I've seen anyway.
Oh, don't say that to Big Mikey P about the Spider-Man series, because it ended with them going to try and find Mary Jane, and then that was the final episode. Because Mary Jane, she'd fallen through like a wormhole into another dimension, which is another thing where I'm just like, ugh.
Did I ever tell the podcast that what my original name was supposed to be?
Yes, you've mentioned it before, but go ahead.
Okay, so my mom's a bit of a hippie. I say this. Hello, mother, if you're listening. It's not a secret. She liked an herb you couldn't get at the store. And she wanted my grandmother, because my grandmother did my birth certificate, like signed all of the stuff for it and everything. And well, this is the story I've been told. And originally I was supposed to be called Mary Jane. But my grandmother went in, the office where they did all of that paperwork and put Mary Susan. Mm-hmm. My grandmother's name is Susan, by the way. So yeah, I always get a hoot out of that. Mm-hmm. Hoot.
But yeah, and the reason I mentioned that Stan worked on Spider-Man is just to make clear that I'm not hating on people that worked on that show or people that like that show.
No.
It was a different type of show for a different audience.
We've got a lovely listener. I keep saying viewer, but it's not viewer, it's listener. Julia.
Yeah, Julia Rowell. Julia loves Spider-Man and X-Men.
When they talk about it, it makes me so happy because they're talking about things that I haven't, well, some of it I haven't seen or I haven't thought about in a couple of years. And it actually brings like a smile to my face sometimes because I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And it's a perfect example of someone like myself not knowing too much about Marvel past a certain time. Because I'm old, and being more of like a DC heavy person, and then somebody liking Marvel. I think they like Marvel more than DC. I think they've said that a few times, and it's just a really great balance because it kind of balances us out, and I get to learn more things because I could probably say some stuff about DC that they don't know, and then they could say a hell of a lot about Marvel that I don't know, and I love that so much. It's one of the reasons I've continued with this podcast. I know not a ton of people listen to it, but the people that do listen to it, I'm very fond of. And I don't say that about a lot of people, do I? No. And I'm being honest because that's one of the things. I don't have resolutions for the year, but in terms of like a life goal is to be more open and honest with how I feel toward other people. And that's one of the things. And I really wanted to mention that too, because you were talking about Stan a little bit. And then I know Julia Rule has like, if y'all haven't checked out their YouTube, y'all need to, because they have some awesome figures and stuff that they show off.
Mhm.
And I like that. And I just always, like, when we talk about Marvel stuff, which isn't very often, I think about them because, like, I like watching their shorts.
Yeah. And speaking of people that like showing off their figures and Marvel stuff as well, can't forget Lowell Lucas Jr. Lowell Lucas Jr. and his Venom figures and a lot of Harley Quinn stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if y'all, like, in the Serum Lake viewers, if y'all have stuff like y'all want to share, like that's Marvel and stuff too, go ahead. Like, no hate. Luke is looking at
All
a cat
hate.
whisker.
No, I was looking in my drawer because there's a loose thread on my desk and it's really annoying me.
Oh, I
to trim
see.
it off.
This is totally about exactly what we wanted to talk about today.
Well, this is the hot news that people come and listen to this show for in their
Yeah.
dozens.
Yeah, what is the next episode going to be about?
We should do a Batman Beyond episode next.
Yeah.
It's still going to be mid-February, so shouldn't do April Moon because that one we should talk about in April, I think.
Mhm.
Oh no, I'm doing a video about.
I was about to say, like, seems like I'm copycatting you.
No, let's do something Batman Beyond. Do you have any like?
All the times that they say Schway.
Oh, every episode. That is totally happening. Do you know what?
That was an evil laugh.
It was a bit. Well, I was looking back at the episodes we've done since the relaunch, and we haven't really done very much Batman. We did one about does Terry McGinnis need therapy?
Well, yeah.
So I think we should talk about Derek Powers.
We can do.
You don't want to talk about Derek Powers?
You can do.
Oh,
We can do that.
You said that in a way that was like, we could do that, or I could pull out my eyes.
No, we'll talk about Derek. I just need to remind myself of, it's in a couple of episodes, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in most of the first season.
Yeah.
So Derek Powers, Blight.
Blight, yeah.
There's a good anecdote, again from Stan Berkowitz, that I need to share, talking about why they killed him off after the first season.
It's just a Stan Berkowitz.
Yeah, this is...
To be honest, I don't mind that.
It's rebranded. It's Totally Stan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, cute.
Maybe that could be our... No.
Stan, I'm your biggest fan. My name's Mary. You can call me Mary Sue, though. You know what my Facebook is, though. We love ya. So I think that we're near the end.
Yeah. Could I just make one call out for a scene I really love in this episode, The Way of All Flesh, in case people forgot what we were talking about?
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
Stop it. So I love the scene where Metallo goes to the doctor's office in a rampage. He demands his adjustments out, and the doctor's like, "What are you talking about? The adjustments to make are yours." And Metallo's looking in the mirror saying, "This is a lie. There's nothing here but Metallo," and like rips off his false flesh.
Mm-hmm.
To create his new look, as he puts it. And I love that scene. It reminds me of like Universal horror movies for some reason. It's perhaps a little bit like the scene where the Invisible Man like rips off his bandages in front of the crowd. It's a little bit like that. Except the Invisible Man is like cackling like a lunatic while he's doing it. And Metallo isn't, well, he's not laughing, but he's just kind of manic.
Yeah.
But I just think that scene's really great and really powerful. And I can recall people leaving comments on videos in the past that I've made saying that they found that moment very frightening as a child and it stuck with them.
I can see it being frightening. So it wasn't frightening to me.
No, I didn't think so either.
But yeah, I was more frightened of actual people as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So,
do you have any other scenes you think are worth mentioning, or have we just covered all of the big ones?
Pretty much covered it.
So you didn't really care for... Oh, you made a note about the fishing net, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. So there's a scene where Superman is going... he sees these prisoners that have escaped after the missile hits the prison. I don't remember what the prison's name is.
Rikers Island.
Rikers Island. How did I forget that?
Because they don't say it in the episode, that's why.
But yeah, he's going out and he sees like 5 of them at sea, in the sea. And he goes on this boat and he asks this guy if he could borrow something, this captain if he could borrow something, and he gets a big net. Mm-hmm. And then you see him flying with the net and it's not colored in.
Yeah, it's colored in grey. It's not transparent. Yeah. You can't see through the gaps in the net. But then... And
then it's transparent when he gets the 5... I think it's 5 people.
Yeah, 5 or 6 people in the net.
5 guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, like the burgers, but I don't eat beef, so.
Fun little fact, that fisherman captain guy is the same person who was the witness to Clark Kent's air quote death in The Late Mr. Kent, also written by Stan Berkowitz. I'm sure Stan didn't go, by the way, reuse the fisherman from The Way of All Flesh. That was probably just a production decision because they said they needed someone out on a boat, and they're like, well, we got this fisherman model, we'll just reuse that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Probably.
Makes sense, though,
Yeah.
to have like familiar faces and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, it's like teachers wrote this, you know? Obviously, I know teachers didn't, but familiar faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, reducing effort by reusing assets that, no one will notice apart from me.
But also children, when they're watching shows, they also like to see familiar faces because it brings comfort to them. And an episode, especially like this, that can be quite horrifying to some.
Yeah, and I think it's really funny that maybe this can be the closing thought that, like, Bruce Timm said one of his ambitions for Superman the Animated Series was to show that they could do more than just like sad stories and horror stories from Batman. They would do something brighter and lighter. And then you've got episodes like this and Fun and Games and Feeding Time, which are just really
Hereafter.
well, that's a Justice League episode.
Oh yeah, that is a Justice League episode.
But the villain origin episodes are really like dark and horrible, a bit like Batman episodes. And I think that they're tremendous.
Yeah, so what I would like to talk about now are the villains in our real life.
Go ahead.
Pollution! I kid, but seriously, guys, pollution sucks. Them our ancestors for inventing it. That went deep, didn't it? So our next episode is going to be about Powers, Derek Powers. And I just want to say how absolutely wonderful it is to come on here every week and to be able to like talk to you guys and all of that. And I know I say it a lot. You guys really are my friends, and I might not be the best at getting back to you sometimes. But I also have 2 email addresses. I think only 2.
At least.
I think only 2. I don't have the bandwidth mentally for more than 2. And one's because it's a work email that I never... my boss doesn't mind that I don't answer that email very often, and I use it to get like free trials and stuff. So I'm very glad that he understands my need for having like monthly free trials of things that I don't really need. But yeah, I love all of you guys very much, and it's Valentine's Day today, and for when we're recording this, and I think of Valentine's Day as a day where you spread your love to the people that you love and that you care about and that, you think about. And I think about you guys, and I want you to know that all of you are my Valentine this year because my husband said I could share. I literally just looked at him. He's like, yes, that means I don't have to get yelled at today.
No comment.
We're not. I've already yelled at him a couple times today. But yeah, I want you guys to know that because Valentine's Day isn't a day where we should all rush out and buy loads of gifts and this and that. If you want to do that, great. If you have the means to do it. If you don't want to do that and you want to celebrate it, then celebrate it with the people that you love and care about. And that's not just like human people, because I have shown my cats extra love today by giving them extra treats and extra cuddles. So I don't want any of you guys to ever think that Valentine's Day is one of these things that actually is something that is like super important and that you should get depressed by or anything, because it's just another day. And if you love people every day of your life, that should be enough.
I didn't mention what you got me for Valentine's Day, did I?
I just told people that it wasn't about buying.
I know,
stuff.
but that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
It is nice to get stuff and to give
But
stuff.
it's not just stuff like
Yes.
like flowers and candy and stuff, because you and I are quite thoughtful with the gifts we buy each other. And the gift that I bought you, you'd had an idea of it in your head for a while, so
Yeah. I'll just say what it was. She got me the artist's edition of The Forever People, which is a hardback book printing about 6 issues of Jack Kirby's uncoloured pages from The Forever People at the original size they were. So it's this big oversized thing. I've got the Mr. Miracle one already, and she got me The Forever People.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think I have to get the New Gods one, but that one's a little harder to find because everybody bought that one.
Yeah, but that's more of a gift for both of us, to be honest with you, because I like looking at the big books like that. Because the Mr. Miracle one is out.
Mm-hmm.
They're both out now.
Yeah,
You put
both
it both. Yeah. I don't know why I lifted the other book so you could put it on top of it. So I don't know why I remember that.
Might
But
put
yeah.
it somewhere else though.
Yeah, but that's more of a gift for both of us. And I didn't wrap it.
No, didn't need to.
No, I didn't get you a card.
No, don't waste your money on that.
No, because I can make a card with my cricket if you wanted me to. Please tell me.
You could just say nice things to me. That would be far more.
I think we should end the podcast. I'm just kidding, but yes, I want all of you to know how much I love you, and if you're having a bad time, just remember that I love you. And I don't say that lightly to like everybody, but I genuinely do care about you guys. And I say you guys as a colloquial term, not as all of you are guys out there.
But all of you are masculine.
No. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, even though it was a long way of saying it. So I love you guys.
I've got a quote I wanted to read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. Where is it? Where is it?
This is a long episode.
It's a long episode.
But I love it. It's just us mumbling.
Yeah, and you're just going all over the place.
I'm in a bit of a better mood than I have been in a really long time, so I want to share that.
Very small quote is that hard work pays off, dreams come true, bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Batman.
No.
Who is it?
It was Scott Hall. He was a wrestler. He's dead now.
Oh, it sounds like something Batman would say. So thanks, Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Do you remember we watched that documentary about Diamond Dallas Page's like rehab and yoga thing he was doing? DDP yoga.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy from that.
Okay.
He got his life back together towards the end.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know much about wrestling.
No.
And what I do know, it's off of like Watch Mojo, and that's not always like the best fact about wrestling.
Yeah, most of the time if he'll appear on there, it's because he'd got drunk and done something stupid or rude or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
anyway.
guys. See you next time. It needs some milk. I have to do it.